Hello everyone, welcome back to Rosella Brina. For the new viewers, I hope you enjoy watching this and will subscribe to my channel. This is the UshiTen edition for Omegaverse Series, and thank you for all your support on this channel, especially for the 8,000 subscribers. Just for disclaimer, I will the idea and the story of this video. Haikyuu and the characters belong to the author, also the songs, the image, and the video background are not mine. And now, please enjoy the story. I hope you like it and continue to give your love on this channel.
Tendou was a cheerful kid. Like any other kids, he liked to play with others. But sadly, he's known as the strange one. He got no expectation as he joined Shiratorizawa. Tendou just wanted to enjoy his high school day in peace. But as he accidentally stumbled upon the gymnasium, his breath was caught by the sight of Ushijima spiking the volleyball. Wow! Ushijima turned around, meeting eyes with Tendou, who was still admiring him. He tilted his head, feeling like he hadn't seen the man before. Oh right. I'm Tendou Satori. And you? Ushijima Wakatashi, nice to meet you. They shook hands, and it gave a weird sensation on Tendou's fingertips. It's tingling and warm at the same time. He watched the man's expression and smiled. Ushijima looked stiff and stoic. It's better than the guys who were loud and disrespectful. I hope we will be a good friend. Time skip. Miracle boy. Ushijima turned to the door, facing Tendou, who just arrived. Miracle boy. Ah, sorry, that's what I called you. You don't mind, right? Ushijima only shrugged. I don't mind. Tendou hummed while dragging his backpack inside the room. I can't believe we're roommates. Do you want to sleep on the top or the bottom? I'm fine either way, you can choose first. Tendou started to like the man. He looked uptight, but surprisingly he's considerate. Then, I'll take the bottom one. He immediately plopped down on the bed, sighing, as he was tired to travel all the way through Shiratorizawa. You should wash up first. Ugh, I'm tired, would you carry me to the bathroom then? Miracle boy. Ushijima only looked at Tendou indifferently. Do you want that? I can carry you if you're tired. What? No, I'm just joking. You are? Tendou laughed, he didn't know a grown man would look so innocent. You're a funny man, Miracle boy. Time skip. Playing volleyball, being known as the gas monster, was something he's taken proud of. He used to hate the word monster because he's been bullied with that nickname. But one day at practice, Ushijima, the miracle boy, always succeeded on acting out of his expectation. You're not a monster, Satori. They're quite close now, for about 2 years together in the same club, and as roommates. Why do you listen to them? They're just talking nonsense. Ushijima might sounded blunt, but Tendou knew the man was very kind deep down in his heart. Don't mind them. Tendou jolted a bit as Ushijima suddenly took his hands and grabbed them gently. He looked at Ushijima's face and beamed with happiness. Thank you, Wakatashi-kun. Time skip. No way. Tendou held back his voice as he hid in the changing room. He hoped no one would come, because right now, he's suddenly presenting. And even worse, he's feeling hot and dizzy, a sign of Omega, in preheat. He's starting to smell scents including his teammates' scents, and his senses felt overwhelmed. There's no way I'm going to be an Omega. He hated the fact that the society was unfair against Omega, mostly, but not all of them. It added into his misery the fact that he's known as the freak monster, so being an Omega made him felt worse. Satori. Ushijima opened the door, meeting eyes with Tendou, who looked strangely scared. Satori, what's wrong? Tendou moved back instinctively, trying to hide his body. Wakatashi-kun, I'm fine. You're clearly not. Ushijima crouched down and lightly pressed his palm on Tendou's neck, making the man flinch. You're burning up, are you sick? Tendou blushed, shaking his head while leaning closer towards the touch. His mind was now filled with the thought of finding an alpha. It's frightening, like his body wasn't his to control. Tendou, are you? Ushijima widened his eyes as Tendou started panting. Listen, Satori, let me move you somewhere. Wakatashi-kun hicks, I'm scared. Ushijima stilled, as he never saw the red-haired man shed tears. I don't want to be shunned again. I'm tired being looked down as a monster. Ushijima went stiff as Tendou pitifully hugged himself while sobbing. His clouded mind made him even more emotional than usual. I just want to be seen as human like a normal person. You have me. Tendou looked up, watching his hands which were grabbed by Ushijima tightly. The man placed his hands on his chest. The red-haired man could feel the warmth of Ushijima's hands radiating. I won't look down on you, trust me. Tendou smiled, suddenly forgetting about his pain. Ushijima pulled him into a hug and guided him into breathing steadily. But Wakatashi-kun, how can I continue practicing? I'm afraid I'll bother you guys instead with heat and stuff. We'll find a way. Wait, just that word alone made Tendou felt giddy. I'll protect you. Time skip. Wakatashi-kun. Ushijima turned around, his eyes reddened, and his face looked sullen. Tendou was heart-wrenched in pain as he watched the man look so dejected. He quickly rushed to comfort the man by rubbing his back. It's okay, you did great, Wakatashi-kun. Satori shut his eyes and placed Ushijima's head on his embrace. I didn't expect to lose. Me too, but don't blame yourself. Ushijima gritted his teeth and held back. He's actually feeling really guilty, as their ace, he didn't succeeded on bringing the team to the nationals. Don't be too hard on yourself, Wakatashi-kun, you're our great ace, our miracle boy. Did I not practice enough? I already gave my all. Shush, don't cry, Wakatashi-kun. Ushijima placed his head on Tendou's neck. Although he hadn't presented, Tendou's presence always calmed him. It felt like he could actually smell his comforting scent. His warm embrace reminded Ushijima of his grandmother. In short, Ushijima found comfort in Tendou. He watched as the red-haired man kept patting his back. Ushijima never noticed, but somehow he found himself glued to the man. He felt restless whenever Tendou wasn't there. The red-haired man was the one who pulled out the expressive and unexpectedly funny side of him. Tendou, He stopped as he realized that their faces were too close. Ushijima looked away with reddened cheeks. Never mind. Ushijima gulped down and frowned. What is this weird feeling in my chest? Time skip. How it come you are still roommates with Tendou-san? Ushijima raised his eyebrows. What's wrong with us being roommates? I mean, you're already an alpha and he's an omega, and you're not even a couple, but you live in the same room. Ushijima pondered for a while. It's true that they stayed together even after Ushijima presented as an alpha. And about their current relationship, even they couldn't define it. I'm curious, how did he handle his heat? Heat. Ushijima widened his eyes. For about 4 months since Tendou presented, the man never have another heat. Usually, the regular heat occurred once every 3 months. He didn't have a heat for as long as I know. What? But Tendou-san told me that he's not irregular. Then it hit Ushijima. He quickly walked towards Tendou, who was talking with Semi. Satori, we need to talk. Tendou saw the frown on Ushijima, then quickly excused himself from Semi. Wakatashi-kun. Why are we here? The practice is still ongoing, you know. Satori, why did you lie to me? The red-haired man immediately shut his mouth, looking at Ushijima with confused face. Your heat, why didn't you get a heat after you're presented? Tendou bit his lips nervously and looked away. He wanted to lie, but the look on Ushijima's face made him unable to do it. I'm sorry, Wakatashi-kun. Did you take a suppressant because of me? No, that's not why. Tendou cleared his throat. It was actually one of the reasons. He's afraid that his heat would ruin their relationship. He's scared to ruin their dynamics. I thought we agreed to tell each other everything. I feel dumb now that you don't believe me. I believe you, Wakatashi-kun, I do. But me. Tendou gripped his shirt tightly. You know, it's getting harder to control my mind lately. It feels like my body acted on his own. Control your mind? For what? Tendou looked reluctant, but Ushijima kept pressuring him with his gaze. I want you to claim me. The red-haired man looked down while smiling bitterly. That's it, it's over. Why didn't you tell me? Waka. Ushijima walked closer and trapped Tendou between his body and the wall. I thought I'm the only one thinking like that. Tendou looked at Ushijima in disbelief. Yo, you too. No way, it's just because of my scent that your mind is confused. What if I say that I'm into you before that? You're lying, I don't believe it. Ushijima took Tendou's hands and placed them on his chest. It's beating so fast, almost like it's going to burst. My face might not show it, but my heart can't lie. He cupped Tendou's cheeks and smiled. I like you, Satori, so don't lie to me anymore. Tendou chucked as he heard the gentle tone. His eyes watered when Ushijima patted his face. Is it okay for me to like you back? I feel like it's too sudden for us. Ushijima chuckled and wiped the tears on Tendou's cheeks. I'm fine being the only one waiting, if it's for you. Tendou blushed at Ushijima's smooth words, then he laughed. I wonder where did you learn to flirt, Wakatashi-kun? Shirabu told me what to say when I want to confess. and Tendou made a mental note to thank the men later. He circled his arms around Ushijima's neck and smiled. Then, what are we now, Wakatashi-kun? I'm fine with whatever makes you comfortable. Tendou-kun, Ushijima always prioritized him above his want. He leaned closer and whispered right beside the man's ears. I want you to mark me, Alpha.
That's all for this UshiTen Omegaverse series. Don't forget to turn on the notification on my channel for the next video. Please subscribe and like the video if you haven't done it yet. See you in the next video.